Unfortunately, the last video cut out towards the end. There's not much left for me to go over, but I just decided that I'm just going to make it into 2 parts just to make sure I cover everything. I was going to, the next thing I was going to mention was the religious aspect of all of this. And I'm not going to go super into detail because I really want everybody to benefit from this, not just people that are religious. But I will say that God has been astoundingly helpful to me throughout all of this, believing in God, leaning on Him, trusting in Him, and trying my best to avoid things that are harmful to me and that will lead me to sin. But basically, the best thing that I can say is I believe that any of you who are on this path will be led to the right place and the right beliefs. And I believe that if you do succeed at conquering this addiction as an atheist or somebody who is not religious, I think you'll find God along the way in your own interpretation of what God is. I think that you will find that in your own life. I think every single one of you will. And I pray that you do. Even just believing in the power of love is life-changing. And I'll leave it at that. But I really do want to go through my routine here, at least to some extent, so I can help you guys to form your own. And if there's anything that I missed, or if there's anything that you have questions about, please comment, ask me things. I would love to answer them, and I hope that you do, because I love talking about this and helping. I mean, even if this helps only one person, I mean, it will have been a great accomplishment in my opinion. So, my routine, I begin my day by praying, and you can mess around with this any way you like. Create your own. Make sure it's good for you, that you'll like doing it, that it's pleasurable in some way, that it's easy and not super difficult especially at the beginning. Make sure it revolves around your schedule, and yeah. So I think that it's very important to start off your day with very positive activities. So for me personally, I start off my day by praying. I shower, I meditate, I do positive affirmations, a gratitude prayer. I'll do some self-reflection. I'll create a mission list, or like a series of tasks that I would like to accomplish throughout that day. I read scripture. I do all my morning chores, all my responsibilities around my house that I need to do, and that is essentially my morning routine. That's it. Very simple. I used to be a lot longer. I found that just keeping most of the essential things like that is very helpful, because I don't burn out by doing that. And I will say, for me, the three essential things that I have to do every day is pray, meditate, and read scripture. Everything else, if I miss it, to me, I don't even count that as a failure, because there are going to be times when I just can't do everything. And accepting that has lifted a lot of stress off of my back. After my morning routine, I give myself some free time, or sometimes I have to go straight to work, in which case, as soon as I get off of work, I will give myself the free time then. I give myself 3 hours. I have a separate list of things that I can do in my free time, things that I can do in my productive time, and then basically, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, you can see it as things to do in my free time, and then things to do when I have downtime that I would wish to use productively. So after my shifts, I give myself that free time. I will, depending on which shift I'm working, I will either go straight to gym. So basically, after works, a lot of the time I will just go straight to doing productive activities, and then I'll do the free time later. It really just depends on how I'm feeling, and it's really important to read your emotions. And if you're feeling really stressed, let yourself do something stress relieving. Let yourself relax before you do anything more demanding. But you want to know what to do in that free time. So for me, I have a list. I'll either read a book, I'll watch anime, I'll go to the gym, there aren't a whole lot of things that I do in my free time nowadays other than that. Go to the beach, go on a walk, things like that. I just try to keep it very simple and healthy. And then productive-wise, I like to focus on learning a language in my free time, working on some math problems. I actually have it written up there. I want to learn an instrument. I want to start memorizing more scripture, develop that into a stronger habit, learn how to type on a computer, because I've actually always sucked at that, fun fact. But yeah, just things like that to do that are actually productive things. Other than that, really, the most important thing about having a routine is having those morning principles that you follow, and then also doing them at night too. So for me, I also have to read scripture, pray, and meditate before I go to sleep as well. I found that just in the morning isn't enough, and I have found that I struggle more with doing it at night, so I just make sure that I don't really leave it up to consideration. I get it done morning and night, no matter what. And that's it. I feel like my phone is gonna cut off again if I try to make this any longer. And so if anybody has any more questions about the routine or anything that I went over, please ask me in the comments. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I pray that every single one of you benefits from these two videos, and I really hope that that any of you watching this succeed at overcoming this addiction. And I trust that you will. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching.